No, of course it's not stereotyping. I mean, this is a kind of dated conversation to my mind because this is all being addressed elsewhere as we speak. And nobody else is as incredibly slow in learning as the British media and political class when it comes to this problem. Why is it the case that Saturday after Saturday we have thousands of people going through major British cities who support the death cults who would murder Jews and the rest of us next? That's a question you and I and Newsnight should answer.
Douglas Murray, thank you for talking to Newsnight.
It's a pleasure.
That was Douglas Murray talking to me earlier. Joe, I mean, you'll presumably agree with Douglas Murray that there is a problem with Islamic extremism. We all want to combat that. But what did you think of what he had to say about less Islam?
Well, I think you were charitable in saying that he was talking to you earlier. I mean, he was sneering in a very self-satisfied way with a extreme arrogance. I think, frankly, his contribution there was actually about sowing division, about trying to pit groups of people against each other. There is no contradiction, nor should anyone say that there is, between being appalled at the acts of October the 7th, of the atrocities that Hamas carried out, and also being appalled at the violence meted out to children in Gaza hospitals. I think most people watching this show would feel appalled and horrified at both of those circumstances. And part of the problem here is when people are told they have to choose a side. Actually, this is about whether or not you're taking the side of division or whether or not you want to have the side of people getting along and living alongside one another in a country, as most people want to do and as mostly happens. And I think, frankly, the message that he is peddling is one of division that is deeply unhelpful.
Anita, do you think that Douglas Murray has a point? He talks about how we have a wildly stupid and relaxed immigration policy that has meant that fundamentalists have come to this country, have been fostered in this country by some organisations. Do you think he has a point, or do you have a problem with him talking about less Islam?
Well, I mean, I think that the idea that we only get extremists from abroad is not accurate or borne out by the facts. And I think he makes an interesting point about like how well we integrate. I think that was sort of the point he was trying to make about integration as a society and how we can better understand one another. But honestly, it felt like quite a lot of that was not explained in terms of, this is his view, that if maths apparently accounts for the fact that there might be some people that are extremists, therefore all the people that belong to that group in the broader sense, there should be less of them. I just don't think is an argument that is really about bringing people together or even trying to come up with a solution.
And Matthew, Donald Trump is quite keen on Douglas Murray, my friend.
He certainly is. He's been promoting his book. Douglas Murray is a man who has said of Humza Yousaf, who was the first minister of Scotland, that he had infiltrated the British political system. Humza Yousaf is someone who was born in Britain, born in Scotland. This man is an extremist, in my view, and the Overton window, which we talked about earlier, has shifted so significantly that, and I don't criticise Newsnight for doing it, that he has been given an 8-minute interview on prime BBC television. And that is concerning because more and more people, it seems to me, share his repulsive views. Imagine, just for a moment, Nick, being one of the millions of British Muslims, law-abiding British Muslims, watching him say those things.
We did question him.